I have one of my guys who started off out of school, didn't really have much saved up. Now he has, I'm pretty sure, around a little bit over 8,000 saved up from his time here. So it's just been incredible to help coach him to be able to do that. And the first phone call he gave me was when he broke his car and he had to pay for it. He didn't even flinch. With this, after being in the military for about 8 years, now running a sales and marketing firm that gotten the opportunity throughout this business to be able to do. It's been an amazing ride overall. Started active duty, deployed to Africa in 2019, and that was gone for about a year overall. Then transferred into reserve side, changed my MOS from infantry into intel. And from that, when I came back, got college done in about 2 years with a bachelor's in Homeland Security and a minor in psych. Worked at FEMA for a little bit, realized the cubicle life wasn't really for me. And after that, just ended up one-click applying and finding this and be able to make the most of it. So working at FEMA, I was helping with recovery operations for Puerto Rico, but it just didn't click. It wasn't something that I saw or felt myself doing. What I was doing was good work, but I wasn't passionate about it. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, to be honest. I just knew family's been all military. Dad was Marine, uncle was Air Force, cousin was Air Force. I just didn't see that being my life. So I was just really looking for any different opportunity. And it was kind of nice to know that I found one that not many people understood, but I gained an understanding of it. But it was just amazing to be able to kind of be that outlier a little bit. They're super proud of me on everything that I've been able to accomplish overall. The biggest thing that they're proud about is the ability to have a positive influence on somebody else's life. I have one of my guys who started off out of school, didn't really have much saved up. Now he has, I'm pretty sure, around a little bit over 8,000 saved up from his time here. So it's just been incredible to help coach him to be able to do that. And the first phone call he gave me was when he broke his car and he had to pay for it. He didn't even flinch. So it's been incredible to have that kind of feeling. Bought one of my guys their first suit that they ever had professionally. That kind of stuff is really the things that hit a little bit harder, where being able to be that positive to someone else's life is a huge, huge thing for me. I mean, it was weird. It was definitely an odd transition overall. Military was definitely more meticulous on a, right place, right time, right uniform. That's really the biggest things that they hit on. So it was a weird transition, but I wouldn't have it any other way from where I've come now. The discipline of it is definitely the similarity. When it came to military and when it came to being inside of a Costco, taking what would normally be no's a good amount of time, it really is something where motivation is one thing, but the discipline to have for my life what I know I'm capable of achieving now, that's a similarity, I would say, the biggest one. Military, there's a way that everything gets done. There's whenever you're checking a Humvee to make sure it can still run, there's a step-by-step 1 through 50 to be able to do it the right way. And for when it comes to compliance and just genuinely treating somebody how you would want to be treated in itself, that's really the biggest thing. It's not hard to be a good person, and being able to know the steps to do the right thing, it makes it a lot easier overall. So something that I learned about myself overall is I would definitely say that, it's one of those things where you think, I'll put in an example when you first turn 20. Your parents say that you go from that transition of having an attitude to just thinking you know everything. Being in business has definitely shown me that I don't, and there's a lot more for me to be able to learn. That was something that was a shock, but in a good way. The why behind it, I have a little nephew on the way now. So I'm thinking about, my sister just told me the other day that she was pregnant. That's the first one in the family. I want to be someone that he can go to for advice and genuinely be able to look at him and say, hey, I was able to do it. So whatever you genuinely can put your heart and mind behind, you're going to find great things behind it. I've always been a talker, but I started to understand how to negotiate, understood how to read body language a little bit more. It was something that I was always interested in, and it really taught me a lot about my interpersonal skills. I feel like that for my generation specifically, that's something that isn't really keen on because we're all looking at our phones all the time. So to be able to have a higher understanding of like personal interaction is kind of a nice feeling. Or just to be able to go up to a stranger and know that every single day there's excited people waiting to meet me, I just have to find them. My biggest advice is anyone that anybody really looks up to when it comes to the lifestyle that they live. Everything that they know about the industry that they're in, they learned from someone or somewhere. So being able to use this as that somewhere where you learn the steps to be able to be that successful individual you strive to be, just keeping an open mind and being a good student is the best way to be able to get there.